こんにちは。私たちは授業のレポートで日本人の恥羞恥心について調べています。ということで Today we are discussing with Dan 先生 ideas about shame. So let's interview.
よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
So, today we research about why recent Japanese women don't have sense of shame. They wear outfits very skinny or tight, very short style,
Right.
and so on. So, we thought one of reason is affected by social media. So, about this topic, what do you think about this idea?
Well, if I understand your question, you think nowadays young Japanese women, they don't have a sense of shame, right? And the evidence seems to appear in the social media, right? Well, I think there are a couple of ways that you can explain what's happening. One of the ways is we live in a culture today where more and more our outward appearance is becoming more important. So we say it like financialization. Financialization means that many things that didn't have a monetary value connected to them are becoming more and more monetized, financialized, and so you see people's appearances becoming more monetized. So because women generally are very attractive, especially to men, women increasingly see themselves, they see their appearances as products that have value that can be sold in the new media or social media environment. And the value comes from likes or hearts. When a woman can filter her appearance in a way that attracts more and more people to follow her, then her value goes up, and that attraction can become, I think, on some platforms like TikTok, Line, Instagram, yeah, exactly. The more people that she can attract, she can acquire more social value or monetary value, cultural value. So I think that sort of business model that is applied to the appearance of the woman, it causes women to take more risks in order to attract more attention. It's a very sad fact about life today where all of your value is understood at the surface level. So people are less likely to look inside in the heart of the person's mind, and that's a very sad aspect of life today, because I think personally that the most valuable part of the whether it's a woman or a man, that it's the heart that matters, what's in the mind, not what's outward appearance, because our outward appearances, they always change, right? We get older, we get fatter, you know what I mean? So the most important thing for me is like the person's heart and what the person knows or thinks, believes, not what's on the surface. So I think to answer your question, that's probably one of the reasons why more young women are taking more risks, because they feel like they have to attract more and more attention. Does that make sense? Okay.
Thanks.
はい。
And next,
はい。
do you have some image of Japanese young women? It is mean positive image or negative image?
Young Japanese women?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've lived in Japan for almost 30 years. So my image or my imagination of Japanese women was, it was much different than, before I came to Japan. When I first came to Japan back in the 1990s, Japanese women were very conservative. They tended to be very conservative. And kawaii. But over the past, maybe with the rise of social media, a lot of young Japanese women, their attitudes seem to have changed a lot. Their ideas about, what's important about life, how to interact with people. It seems to have changed, and I think that has to do with social relations and social media. So I think that the influence of social media has had a very negative effect, not just on young Japanese women, but, young people in general. The power of social media has really altered people's values,
Yeah.
It's, so I would say it's hard to stereotype. I don't think it's good to kind of stereotype people, but I think generally speaking, the influence that social media has had on the young generation, whether it's Japanese young women or Korean young women or Americans or Europeans, it's all pretty negative. What's happening to people from looking back over 30 years. I would say that it hasn't been very positive change. Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.